Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? This your boy Rod Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. And in this video, we just gonna be again very brief. We're not gonna keep y'all that long. But if you all at home due to the coronavirus shutdown, the COVID-19 virus shutdown, hey, what's up, my bro, Dad Wayne? How you doing, man? Hey, much love for you, my brother. Thanks for joining us. But if you all are at home and you all are watching this video, hey, I love you. How you doing? Thanks for all that you do. Help us to help us out here at the Real News Behind the News. All right. Matter of fact, that being said, I got to give a shout out to one of our subscribers who came through yesterday and made it possible for us to be able to bring you all the real news behind the news on a daily basis. I noticed over the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, a lot of people wanted to see something, that we wanted to hear something from us, and we were unable to do it due to financial constraints. But we had one of our subscribers yesterday came through and blessed us where we'll be able to bring you all the real news behind the news, at least for another 30 days. That's why I say we got some of the greatest subscribers in all YouTube, because again, YouTube is really wanting to seduce and sedate you, meaning they want you to get high, be sedated by getting high and seduced by looking at that bullshit that they put out there. But here we come bringing you all real truth, real facts. And we try to help you all think for yourselves, not be allowed to be propagandized by YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC. We try to keep you all with real behind the motherfucking news. So we finna go right off into that. And today, I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do, because normally when I do these videos, man, I go straight, basically just off information. Today I actually got a little couple of bullet points that I want to highlight. So I actually wrote some shit down, y'all, today for this video here, because there are certain things we as black people have to understand. Now, yesterday we did a video. We tried to de-link 5G with the COVID-19 virus. They are two different things. And while y'all here, please hit the like video, you know what I'm saying, so that we can bring more people into this conversation. And while you're here, leave your comments, because your comments make a big difference. But let us go, and we're going to talk about this. Now, just as recently as a month ago, black people in America was talking about that virus don't affect us. That them white folk, that them Chinese folk, that's them Italian folk, that's them Iranian folk, that it don't affect us. Guess what? That shit is not true. If you look at what's happening in America and you look at the numbers, black people are being affected more than any other race due to this virus. Now again, just a few weeks ago, everybody was laughing at the white folks, the Italian folks, the Chinese folks, and all these folks that died. But here you have in Chicago, over half of the people that are being diagnosed with this virus are black people. Detroit, Michigan, here in Louisiana, where I live, and where we're doing the real news behind the news from Shreveport, Louisiana, guess what, in Louisiana? 70% of the people that's dying from this virus are black people. Why is that? We're going to try to answer this question. We're going to get right off into this video, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying, we're just going to try to do a little quick video to inform you all. Again, please hit that like button. Even if you don't like the shit, hit the don't like button. That would generate more listeners, more followers. Because we're not trying to say that we're right. If you disagree with me, you have the right to disagree with me, Mike. But at least hit that button so that more people that disagree with me can come in. If you like it, hit the button so that more people that agree with me can come in. Because YouTube is heavily censoring our page. But anyway, let me go. Black folks are affected more than anybody. Why is that? First and foremost, ignorance. I'm just keep it real, not trying to judge anybody, but it's ignorance that's keeping us as black people as the highest percentage of people contracting this disease. Because guess what? Black folks still want to go to the club. Black folks still want to hang out in the motherfucking parks and hang out on the strips, driving their cars. Now, don't get me wrong. White folk did the same shit in Florida at their spring breaks. And there now, the white kids are actually catching this virus. But black people can't even stay out the hood posting fight videos. Just last week, man, I happened to be walking by a certain area here in Shreveport, and everybody in Shreveport know about it because there was shots fired. You had a bunch of little 8 to 12-year-old girls out there fighting, and guess what? It was 60 motherfucking people watching that fight. Grown-ups and everything, encouraging them to fight when they should have been in the house. One of the main reasons why this shit is spreading amongst our community so fast is ignorance. Black people, first of all, we as black men, we are the ones right now in America who are suffering disproportionately because of this virus. But you know what? We want to try to keep it gangster. We want to try to keep it real. We want to go out there and have motherfucking fun and don't realize we're putting our whole community at risk. Ignorance is the first part of it because we as black men, including myself, how you think a couple of months ago I found out I had high blood pressure? I knew I had the shit. I knew something was wrong for damn near 20 years, but guess what? I didn't go to the doctor. I medicated my high blood pressure with marijuana and alcohol. Shit like that. This is what we as black people do. We don't go get diagnosed for health issues. We don't go get diagnosed for mental and psychological issues. We medicate ourselves, self-medicate ourselves with shit like marijuana, X pills, cocaine, all this bullshit, methamphetamines. You know what I'm saying? We medicate ourselves, self-medicate ourselves, and we don't go seek treatment. So hence, now we have all these underlying diseases. What they telling y'all about this virus? It mostly kills those people who already have underlying diseases. First and foremost, most of us black people got a disease because we still don't think this shit real. I just had a partner. Matter of fact, I got to go back and when I do the description section of this video, my partner, Marcus, I ain't going to call his last name, here in Shreveport just beat the virus. They got a whole article about him on all the media outlets here in Shreveport. He attributed to his faith in God, but Marcus didn't smoke. He was almost a perfect picture of health. Meaning that, again, if you have underlying conditions that we as black people have, hypertension, high blood pressure, motherfucking kidney disease, heart disease, when you have all these diseases already in your neighborhood, in your community, when the induction of this biological weapon, but keep in mind, I'm calling it a biological weapon. This shit was created in a laboratory and unleashed upon China and the rest of the world. Now it's backfired, but we as black men and women are suffering disproportionately because we don't go take care of ourselves. Think about it. Motherfuckers sitting around here talking about Obamacare and all that, but it was until then that most black people even thought about fucking having health insurance. So why we're dying? Why are we dying? Because first of all, the food that they're feeding you in your neighborhood, they create food deserts in your neighborhood that allow these fuck-ass grocery stores that's selling all this processed and genetically modified food in your neighborhood. Guess what? I'm going to show you some real shit. There's a store that used to be called County Market here in Shreveport. Now it's Shop of Value. That's the only place in this motherfucking city that you can go and get damn near 20 pounds of chicken legs for $4. Why is that? Because of all the antibiotics, the genetic modified organisms all that shit that they're putting in your food, this leads to high blood pressure, for kidney disease, heart disease, respiratory disease, asthma. This is the type of stuff that leads to pre-existing conditions, underlying conditions, which they say are perfect for this COVID virus to thrive in. Why you think it's black folks? I'm not saying that it's deliberate, but I ain't saying that it's not deliberate. This shit is in our neighborhoods, y'all. And just 4 weeks ago, Negroes were saying, this shit can't happen in America. This shit don't affect black folk. Well, they're going to lead us into the second part of this video. Let's talk about Africa, the largest continent. Now, keep in mind, most motherfuckers think Africa is a state. Black people in America. Africa is not a state. It is a continent. And it's comprised of many states. And guess what Africa is telling the world? The United States, especially France. Because you have had two scientists come out and basically say what other scientists think. Now let me show y'all about science. Science is just as fucked up as religion, because science is the new religion. These news media outlets will put some shit out there and tell you these scientists are saying this. But you have to ask the question, how do scientists get their money? Who sponsors their research? Meaning, if I wanted a group of scientists to say one specific thing, all I got to do is give them $20 million and say, you better not say anything other than what I want you to say. Science, in a lot of cases, is the number one fact that we have to base our reality on. But science has now become a religion, where they'll put a motherfucker in front of you on TV in a white coat, say he's a scientist, and tell you this virus is not really affecting black people adversely as it is other people. Or scientists will get up here and tell you that 5G, and again we did this yesterday, 5G is not spreading the COVID-19, but 5G is helping exaggerate the virus, because it is all 5G is working on a virus that is already breaking your body molecular and cellular structure down to benefit itself as a host. That's what 5G doing. 5G is not spreading a fucking virus, because it can't. 5G is just radiation. Really, 5G should be killing the coronavirus, because 5G destroys your cells, your molecular structure. The virus needs your cells and molecular structure to perpetuate. And it further perpetuates when you can't breathe. I'm going to show y'all something I do every day, man. Almost 25, 30 times a day. I do it as a habit. I breathe and meditate. I sit down and find me a quiet place. And I'll sit there and take in 20 deep breaths while I'm meditating, allowing my lungs to reach full capacity by expanding and contracting. Because I smoke cigarettes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, every now and then I drink a little alcohol. But I have to do the things to keep my body in a state of perpetual preparedness for diseases. Why do you think I don't catch the flu? Because I don't take their vaccines. I don't take their vaccination. I don't take none of that shit. If I get the flu, you know what I take? A bunch of water, orange juice. I eat oranges, apples, lemons, organic. That will allow me to help my body fight that shit off naturally. But what you should do every day is just breathe and meditate. Take 30 minutes, man, to sit there. And in every minute, breathe in 30 seconds, breathe out 30 seconds. Allow your lungs and your heart, you know what I'm saying, to fucking expand and contract, to be healthy. Drink proper water, get the proper amount of hydration, and eat the right foods. And here in Freeport, we got to stop going to fucking county market. Plain and simple. Because all that meat up there has nothing but trace metals and elements, other elements of metal that's allowing this 5G to focus in on your body and enhance the coronavirus. Again, that's what's going on. 5G is not causing the coronavirus, but it is enhancing it because of our poor diets, our poor knowledge on nutrition, our poor knowledge or track record on getting our ass up as black men. Soon as we feel something wrong with us, instead of trying to keep that shit gangster and like, yeah, I know my head hurt and my motherfucking nose bleeding, I'm bleeding out my ass and all that. Nigga, that's high blood pressure. But instead of saying all that you trying to keep it gangster, let's start getting up and going to these doctors. Because one of the main reasons why this virus is spreading in our community is because we as black men do not like to go to the doctors. And we have a right to feel that way, because look what they did in Tuskegee. We know that these doctors experiment on us. Again, which leads us to our second subject, and I'm going to get ready to end this video. Africa. Africa right now is about to be a world centerpiece because scientists around the world are saying that they should test for cures, antibodies, and all this shit on the population of Africa. And the continent of Africa and all the people are like, you must be out your goddamn mind. Colonists, colonialists. That's what's really going on. Now, the WHO had to come out publicly, I think it was yesterday, and reject two prominent French scientists who were saying that Africa should be the fucking testing ground. Man, let me go back and read some of you all's comments for a second. Brother Wayne say salute anytime. I love you. D Nice say yup. They're not quarantined. Yup. I said the same thing. They've been acting out here in Louisville. What's going on, Miss Love You? What's in Louisville? Tell us a little bit more what's going on. Lori Lightfoot on the news with that fake ass excuse. Yes. What's up, homie? Hey, Carlos, man, holler at me, man. Especially, I give you a number to call me. Call me, Carlos. We need to talk. I don't trust 5G because it used to be as an unseen weapon for our destruction. Well, 5G is a weapon that is being used to, all right, let me back up a little bit. Because again, we're talking about Africa. Let me go back and keep on subject. Africa right now, they're trying to use it as the testing ground for any vaccinations, any so-called cures, anything that has to do with antibodies. But you have leaders of all the countries on the continent of Africa saying, fuck that. First of all, there is no motherfucking epidemic of COVID-19 in Africa. In order for you all to do this type of testing that these two French scientists are calling for, that means you have to introduce the fucking virus into Africa. And Africa is like, now, we now already went through Ebola, we done went through SARS, we done went through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, fucking coming down here with so-called vaccinations for all this other shit, but wind up was actually sterilizing the women of Africa. Because believe it or not, they trying to put Bill Gates more and more on the TV as a philanthropist and a person that cares. Bill Gates is one of them motherfucking 100,000 people who own everything on the face of the earth, and is saying that 6.9 billion people need to fucking die. So fuck Bill Gates, fuck all these people who are telling us about cures for the virus, vaccination. Even Donald Trump has money invested in a cure for this virus. Do y'all research, man. But they're trying to use the people of Africa right now as the testing ground for these cures, so-called cures for the European countries. And the leaders of Africa are saying, you colonists need to get the fuck off, because we're not dealing with that. We're not even having it. We don't have a pandemic pretty much on Africa, on the continent of Africa, like you see in Europe and America. Why is that? we're going to go back to the fact that I believe, this is just speculation, that virus was man-made, genetically engineered to target a certain group of people. The reason why it's killing black people in America at 70% of the rate that it's killing any other race is because we as black people don't take care of our fucking selves. We as black people love to go up there and get that fried fucking chicken at the takeout just to show that we balling. We would go out and spend $50 on a fucking takeout meal that's genetically modified, as opposed to getting outside in our backyard and growing our own gardens and our own vegetables and shit, which is what I'm about to do after I do this video. I gotta go get my garden set up. But we as black people, we're not understanding that if you already have high blood pressure, heart disease, kidney disease, liver disease, asthma, bronchitis, or anything of that sort, this is what they mean. The people who are dying have pre-existing conditions. Shit that has been existing in our neighborhoods for a long motherfucking time. And we as black men need to step up and take charge and start getting ourselves tested. Here I am, 50 years old. I know nothing. I'm getting ready to end this video. My little big head son will be 10 years old tomorrow, y'all. It's crazy. Here I am. Then the 50. I'll be 50 years old in September. He turns 10 years old tomorrow. I'm them to 50 and got a 10-year-old. I feel bad because I really can't get him nothing. I'm gonna be real. I can't get him nothing for his birthday, but I got him something. I got him everything that he needs. I gave him a dad. Fathers, take care of yourselves. Go get checked out medically. Find out if you are at risk for contracting this virus due to hypertension, high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, liver disease, fucking asthma. Shit that done ran in our community for generations. It's time to get that shit checked out because this is who the virus is killing. Us. Think about it. Like I said earlier, just just a month ago, black people in America talking about, the white folks only get it. Ain't nobody in the black community getting it. And guess what? Right now in America, 70% of the people, we only make up 13% of the fucking population of America. But 70% of the people who are dying. Lack of insurance. First and foremost, ignorance, lack of insurance, lack of fucking, preventative maintenance. It don't take you nothing, man. It don't cost you nothing to eat right. Outside the cost of your groceries. It don't cost you nothing to eat right. It don't cost you nothing to sit back, take time, breathe. 20 deep breaths in, 20 deep breaths out. Every hour. Increase the capacity of your lungs, especially if you smoking marijuana and cigarettes. Keep your lungs and your heart at good capacity. And you can beat this virus. My homeboy just did, and he all in Freeport time right now. My hero. Hey, congratulations, Marcus Hall. You came through and showed everybody that this ain't a real death sentence. If you educate yourself, eat properly, hydrate your body, and simply sit back and breathe. Breathe, nigga. I'm gonna be real. Just breathe. Inflate your lungs. But anyway, y'all, we finna end this video because I gotta go try to figure out something with my son. Hit that like button. Hit the don't like button. Whatever you go, hit one of those buttons that allow this video to go up in the analytics so that we can get more subscribers. And it'll be all good. Also, hey, hit that Cash App because, again, one of our subscribers came through yesterday and made it possible for us to be here today. We still have needs to be met. Really, I'm going to just be real. My main need, really, right now is try to get this little boy something for his birthday, April 9th, 2010. I'll never forget it. He was born into my life, my first and only son. And he's spoiled as fuck. But tomorrow is his birthday. He'll be 10 years old. So I feel kind of bad because I can't afford to give him nothing, but I gave him a home. He got food. He got everything that he needs. But I'm going to be real. He really won't. I ain't going to tell y'all what he really wants, but Daddy can't get it. If y'all can help us out, just donate a little something. Hit the cash app, but most importantly, subscribe, like, and share this channel. Y'all be blessed. Goddamn. How come that bitch won't stop? Oh.